We've all asked it, why me? And I did too. I didn't realize that question was keeping me stuck. You know how it goes. The car breaks down, a diagnosis comes in, a relationship ends, and what's the first typical response? Why me? Why did this happen to me? Today, I want to share how I went from why me and I went to why not me and how that one shift changed everything. Hi there. If we haven't met before, my name is Kelly Leonard, and this is the point of forgiveness. For the longest time, my heart was stuck on repeat. Just two words over and over again. Why me? And here's what I didn't see at the time. By constantly asking, why me? I was slowly cementing my identity as a victim. Yeah, I was sexually assaulted. That's a fact. The pain was real. The violation was real. But by staying in that why me mode, I was treating what happened as though it were a personal punishment. And because I believed it was a personal attack on me, I stayed trapped in that role. Now, hey, can I pause here for just a minute? Because some of you may be thinking, but it was personal, Kelly. Sexual assault is personal. And you know what? You're absolutely right. It was personal. It was evil. It was a violation of my body and my boundaries. Now, am I minimizing that it happened to me? Absolutely not. But here's the trap I fell into. When I stayed in that question, why me? The trauma wasn't just something I survived, it became who I was. It became my identity. I felt like God had singled me out, like I had a target on my back. So what did I do? I built walls. I replayed the trauma over and over again, like I rehearsed the pain. And as long as I stayed in the why me mode, I remained the central character in my own tragedy. And you know what also happened? Without realizing it, I gave the attacker the power to write my story. I was looking inward at my wounds instead of looking upward to my healer. Now, was the assault personal? Yes, definitely, absolutely. But by continually asking why me, it turned that event into a permanent prison. So how did I begin to step out of that prison? It didn't happen all at once, but something finally clicked when I understood the world we live in. And how did that play out? Well, for a long time, I believed that pain happened to me because I had done something wrong, or because God was disappointed with me. But that's not the truth. Scripture reminds us that rain falls on everyone, the just and the unjust alike. And how did that realization affect me? Well, it changed everything for me because I began to understand that we live in a fallen and broken world. Storms hit everyone. Pain doesn't skip me just because I'm a good person. What happened to me didn't happen because God had a specific target on my back. So, why did it happen to me? Why was I sexually assaulted? Well, I believe it happened because I live in a world that is not the way God originally intended and designed it to be. Did that make the assault less evil? No, absolutely not. But it did stop me from interpreting that evil as a judgment from God. I realized God wasn't out to get me. But what did I realize? Is that I'm a beloved daughter of God who lives in a broken world. And once I stopped believing I was being singled out, my question changed. For the first time, I stopped asking, why me? Instead, I asked, why not me? Now, can I clarify myself here? When I asked, why not me? I was not saying I deserved what happened. Abuse is evil. No one deserves it. So, what did I mean? What I meant is, if we live in a fallen world where rain falls on everyone, why did I believe I should be the only one holding an umbrella? That's when it finally hit me. And what was that? I realized my faith is not an exemption card from pain. Because in my past, I sincerely believed that since I'm a good person, bad things shouldn't happen to me. But the world doesn't work that way. I don't earn an easy life through good behavior. So how did why not me change my outlook? Well, why not me made me realize that I am not entitled to a pain-free life. It helped me see that I'm not alone. I'm not singled out and I'm not abandoned. I'm one of many people navigating in a broken world, but I'm no longer walking through it alone. And why is that? Because through forgiveness, I've learned that God meets me in the pain, not after it's gone. And when adversity comes again in my life, I'll no longer see it as proof that I'm cursed. I'll see it as an opportunity to grow, to heal, to walk forward in faith, to forgive, and I'll do it with God beside me. So if you want to hear more about the power of forgiveness and how to step out of the personal prison of unforgiveness, check out my video, Unforgiveness Kept Me Locked Up. It's linked above, and I'll pin it in the comments below. I'll see you next time. You have a good one.